Hopefulness 2.0, April 29th. It is almost 7 p.m. Decided to do things a little different today. Took a shower first before deciding to record. Had some other stuff I had to take care of. Including washing a bit of dishes. Also made my last pizza for now. It was pretty good. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to follow these instructions. Bust out 2 small bowls. I don't know how small a small bowl is. They want a quarter of the onion. So let's see what we got. We got a big ass onion. It's a pretty big onion. I got a pepper. I got a lime. Got some sour cream. Orange. Some more sour cream. Cilantro. That's going to go straight to the trash. Sorry, guys. Warm and smoky Southwest spices. What looks like maybe barbecue sauce of some kind. Tortillas. Oops. This is going to be fun. I don't know. We'll see. This is literally the first one I've made. I've had this stuff here since Monday. The pizza and the banana bread kind of took up a bit of my time in the last couple of days. So, first and foremost, let's get you over here. This is sort of my... I'm going to spread some oil onto the Dutch oven sponge with the lid that I just happen to have right now. So what do I need to bust out? I need to bust out 2 small bowls. I don't know how small is, so I'm going to go with some bowls that aren't exactly small, but not exactly large either. I'm going to go for these Anchor Hawking bastards. Good for mise en place because they're glass and you can see through them and all that good stuff. Plastic wrap. I'm going to need some plastic wrap. Alright, well I have some clean wrap right here. What else? Large pan, medium bowl. Alright. Well, this is my only pan. Only pans. Medium bowl, huh? Alright, well, let's go for... Ideally, this is hopefully medium. Alright. Paper towels, got some kosher salt, black pepper. I got a little bit of sugar, some cooking oil too. Okay, cool. And cooking oil comes in all forms. I'll probably use the olive oil that I have, but I might not. I might just go straight for the vegetable oil, which is soybean. Alright, wash and dry produce. Okie dokie. Let's wash and dry the produce. Before we do that though, I'm going to lay down a towel onto my cutting board. They might be thinking, what? Well, I'm just going to lay it down so that I can dry this stuff. So I can wash it, put it here. When it's all done, I can just quickly dry it. Boom, no big deal. And since the cutting board is going to be there anyway, might as well just have it there. Washing an onion generally isn't necessary. But you know, such is life. So shit happens sometimes. Anyway, go ahead and dry these off now. It's a bit on the toasty side today. I mean, I did just finish taking a shower though, more or less. Maybe 20 minutes ago. Still kind of like misty. I feel the moisture. I'm just stand in front of my AC for a second. need to figure out a way to lift up the current curtains that I have. I need to find a, how am I thinking of? Like a safety pin. Can I move stuff out of the way, and then, you know, I can like lift the curtain up so that it's not being effectively covered. It's not covering up part of the AC unit that's in the window. Anywho, all right. So it wants me to do wash dry produce. Check. Have, peel, and thinly slice onion. All right. Half peel, thinly slice onion. All right. We shall do that shortly once things decide to stop moving. Alright, cool. So first and foremost, got the top, the tip off of that. Close enough. I try to get as close to half as possible when it comes to that, but you never know. Sometimes you just aim slightly off. Alright, now time to peel. Cut off the bottom well enough. Damn it, you're not supposed to do that. There we go. Okay. Now, one thing I understand is that cutting across pole length, if you will, is apparently a better way to reduce crying. Now, you're not going to really prevent it entirely. It's unlikely that you're going to be able to completely reduce all the crying and the tears, but it's okay because that's normal. It's typical for onions to do that. And there's also little membranes in between each layer. I'm peeling off the outer layer, not just the protective sheet, but also the outer piece of the onion. Now they want thinly sliced onions, so that tells me I'm probably just going to go ahead and I just hope I'm cooking these bastards because I'm not fond of raw onions. And you know, it's okay to have, it's good to have knife skills. It's not necessary to have knife skills. You know, Adam Ragusa has a great video about it, where as long as you go slow, you don't injure yourself, you're fine. Now, it makes sense for, let's say, a chef, because they have to work on scale. They've got to work on, I'm not throwing about top of that because I'm not a big fan of onion and I don't really need a reason to potentially harm myself with that last piece. So, all right. Half peel, thinly sliced onion. Quarter lime, half core, and thinly sliced green pepper. So we're going to quarter the lime. Got to be careful with these. It's one of the easiest ways to hurt yourself in the kitchen is A, to have a dull knife, but B, in doing so, cutting something that's round. Cutting rounded things can easily harm you. You don't want to hurt yourself doing that. Thinly sliced green, okay, half core and thinly sliced green pepper. So I cut the top off. Oops, shit, see, nice and round, got a bit of a slip. My knife probably does need to be sharpened. I don't care about the core. Like, I'll cut out a little bit of it just because, like, but I don't mind when it comes to peppers. I like the inside. Whether it be spicy or not, I like them like that, so we'll keep it that way. you over here for now, since you're apparently not used yet. And then let's reposition some onion and stuff. Stop myself. Unfortunately, no real damage. It's nice to have a good size cutting board. This is a pretty good size cutting board. Now it'd probably be better if I had something like a boost block under it, or had a boost block to use as a cutting board, but you know, such is life. When it comes to cutting things like peppers, it's usually easier, safer, faster to cut. Instead of cutting the outside, you cut via the inside because it's toothy and it grabs easier. So you have an easier slice. As long as you go slow, you don't rush it. What is it? I've heard military people say all the time, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Alright, now what's next? In a small microwave-safe bowl, combine 1/4 of the onion, juice from half the lime, 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, and a pinch of salt. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and chop this up just a little bit more. Let's move this out of the way here. Prefer onions to be cooked down as quickly as possible, essentially. This is where a bench scraper would come into play. So I can just scrape some of this up instead of using the knife and, you know, losing some on the floor. Now it's possible that meant to cut a part of the other half of the onion. I don't know. We'll get to that when the time comes. Alright. Got these onions on the floor and throw them away. Wash my hands. Floor is not exactly the cleanest. It does need to be cleaned. Now, admittedly, this is not how I normally cook stuff. Normally it's like, what the fuck did I forget? Oh shit. Alright, 1/4 of the onion, juice from half the lime, so two of these bad boys. Yeah. Had I thought of it, I would have rolled the lime out on the countertop to help kind of break some of the cell walls inside the lime itself to make juicing it easier. So what I might do is to have a little bit of juice, and this is a really tough lime. I'm going to throw a tiny splash of the bottled stuff that I have in it, just to kind of make up for it. Where the hell are you? There you are. Nothing huge, just a little bit. Damn. I don't want to pop off. The hell? There we go. There we go. Splash. Alright. And then it said 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. Wait, 1/4 of a teaspoon? Damn, that's small. Like that. Like compare that to my finger. And then it said like a pinch of salt too, so let's bring you over here. It's not much sugar. I mean, I guess they want a little bit of browning, I suppose, but they don't want anything sweet. And a pinch of salt. I don't know how big of a pinch, but I'm assuming a pretty decent size, or a pretty small size, but that's going to be decent enough for me. Let me guess, let's see. It says set aside. Alright, well, ideally and hopefully, it's not one of those set aside and then this is going to be something that you're going to put on your taco, because no. I don't do raw onion. I don't. I cook it. I'm going to use this knife that I've got here. Stir that up. I mean, worst case scenario, I just put that on a pan and cook it. Cook it down until it's, you know, ready to go. We'll see. Alright. A separate small bowl combines sour cream with 1/4 teaspoon Southwest spice. You'll use the remaining Southwest spice later. Okay. I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this other onion, half of an onion. But here's the Southwest spice. Oops. Crap on the floor. Not actual crap, but you know. I guess I'm done with the sugar. I hope. I hope that I am done with the sugar. Let me get some water. It's kind of dry. I haven't had any water since I took a shower. Yeah, let's go ahead and put some in there. It's always a good idea to refill. Even if it's not like a full-on refill, it's just good to have it. That way, you know, a couple hours later, I got cold water. It's nice and filtered, baby. Okay, so let's take these 2 containers of sour cream, I suppose. That's what it's saying anyway. Alright. I'll do my best to squeeze out whatever I can in here. Ah, shit. Went to the other end. Wrong end. Yeah. Not much in here. Ah, shit. Yeah. Finger slipped. Only got out like 80% of it. Oh. Hang on a second. Oh, cover with plastic wrap and microwave for 30 seconds for the other one. That's what that situation was. And then set aside. Some tells me 30 seconds is not going to be sufficient. Well, why would I use plastic wrap when I don't need to? Yeah, whatever. I'll go ahead and do it. The one thing I hate about plastic wrap is that it just tends to stick to itself so much. Now I'm going to move everything out of the way of the microwave because that is where everything's sitting. It's right in front of it. Including the instructions. Now at some point it says add green pepper and remaining onion. But where's the other half? I mean, I guess I just do the other half of the onion and put it all in there. Alright. But I haven't mixed stuff in the other bowl yet, so let's continue doing this. Sour cream, Southwest spice. A quarter of a teaspoon of the Southwest spice. Again, quarter of a teaspoon is so small. It doesn't make sense that there's so little being used, but that's whatever. Just follow an instruction. And this is supposedly for two, like all of this, you know, it's supposed to be for like 2 servings. So I don't know. Whatever. Woo. Oh, the red stuff. This or the barbecue sauce. Tex-Mex paste. All right, so I'll mix that up and then set it aside. Use one of my forks because I'm pretty sure this will come in useful at some point. Looks almost pink. Stick it in the fridge so it's still cold. At some point I gotta get meat out. I just don't know which piece of meat it is. It's the pork. Alright. Anyway. Drizzle of olive oil. Large pan over medium high heat. Alright. Yes, shut up. Let you stay there for now. I'm gonna go ahead and cut up the other onion then. Nip the bottom off like I tried that one time and failed. It also helps to keep it relatively intact because then it makes it easier to cut. Because, you know, you've got one pole that's, you know, sticking around. Oh. Damn it. I'm guessing the other 2 limes are intended for, like, effectively garnish. I guess I pickled the onions. That's what the situation was. Well, at this point, I don't care. It's all going in the pan at once. And I'm going to cook them all down. Because I ain't doing it. It's not me. Let's cut this roughly in half. I guess, considering what I had done before, I should have just like sliced into it a little bit more. Yeah, then the whole like dicing thing and then the cross section and all that good stuff, but it's whatever. I was trying to follow their instructions for a while, but then part of it's like, yeah, that's not how I like stuff. Oops. Well, I'm gonna need to pull out something for cooking it. Oh shit, I just stepped on an onion. You know what sucks? I once stepped on a snail. I felt really bad when I did it. It was back in my last job when I was working at iHeart. There was this area that's like right outside of the building where everything just kind of like is, you know, this is like this whole, I mean, it's a rich people area, the way that it's all built and set up and stuff. It's all kinds of foliage and crap. And it's there to be soothing and all sorts of shit, right? Well, and this would be a good spot for the bench scraper as well. This has more, cover more area, scraping stuff off. But anyway, let's run some water over that. And every time it would rain, which, you know, wasn't exactly a common occurrence, but, you know, there were times when it would rain, kind of common. But you wanted medium-high heat. Now, I'm throwing more onions on the floor. Also, the cook easier when they're smaller. They also have a lot of water, and it's just going to take a while for them to cook. Anybody who says 5 to 7 minutes like this thing, no. At least not caramelized. Browned maybe, but I'm going for a deeper color, so I'm going to be down. It's going to be going a while. Let's see. Turn off heat, transfer to a medium bowl, 5,000 pan. Okay. So, and then I'm going to cook the pork after the fact. And that's ground pork. Boom! Here's the medium bowl in which to transfer everything. That's how it comes. Ow, hot. Ugh. But yeah, so we had this like nice area outside. And every time it would rain, there would usually be like anywhere between like just a couple and like 10 slugs and or slug trails. This was after it was done raining, and everything was starting to dry off and everything. And I didn't know it about this place. I didn't know like this event that would happen. And in so doing, when it says damp paper towels, so I might as well do that now. This says while pork is cooking, but I might as well just do it now. But I didn't know about this, and so like the first time it rained, and I was walking around, I stepped on something that the only way I can describe it was like I stepped on a Ferrero Rocher. And I felt really bad about it when I figured out what it was. Because then I saw the other snails around, and I was like, oh shit, there's just been a fucking snail. Looked down, and I just felt so bad. It's a terrible moment. But because of that, every time it would rain, I would always be super careful, you know, to avoid the, you know, like, and I had to walk the road anyway, just because, like, it didn't matter where I was going. It was in front of the building, between the exterior gates and the, you know, the opening to the building. So yeah, not exactly a pleasant experience. But like I said, you know, I did my best whenever it was raining or if it was post rain. I tried to pay attention to the ground, make sure that I wasn't going to step on anything. Because I mean, it wasn't a good sensation for one, and then two, it felt terrible. Put some bananas in the wet bowl, the wet ingredients bowl that I'm going to use for tomorrow. I could probably put some more stuff in it, but I just keep the bananas where they are for now because I didn't want them out anymore. An onion has made it all the way over here. Jesus. Now one might say, well, this is a good time to clean dishes. And it is a good time to clean dishes. And I'm glad you thought of that, because I didn't. It doesn't appear like I have to use the knife on anything else. There is an orange for some reason. I don't know what that's going to be used for. I hope I don't have to cut it up. I probably do. In fact, I might as well just... This is one of the reasons with like following these kinds of directions. It's like better to have all of the directions. Fry tortillas between plates, fill with pork filling and veggies, drizzle crema on top of pickled onion, draining first to cilantro, served with lime wedges on the side. Doesn't say anything about a knife, like orange. Why the hell is there an orange in this bag? Yeah, it shows an orange. What the fuck is the orange for? Wash dry produce, half peel thinly sliced onion, quarter lime, green pepper. Oh, have the orange. Small microwave bowl. I totally missed that part. It was between all the other stuff and the cilantro, so that's probably why it fucked with me. In a small bowl, my quarter of the onion, juice from half the lime, pinch of sugar, pinch of salt, cover plastic wrap, microwave. Heat a drizzle of oil, green pepper, remaining onion, cook, stir occasionally, season tender, season with salt and pepper, turn off heat, transfer medium bowl, wipe out pan. Heat drizzle of oil, add pork, remaining Southwest spice, cook, breaking up meat into pieces until brown, stir Tex-Mex, juice from orange, squeeze a lime juice. Bring to a simmer, cook till pork is cooked through and sauce is thickened, 2 to 3 minutes more, taste, season with pepper. Alright. Well, I fucked that part up, but that's easily fixed, more or less. And I'm gonna go pole to pole. No. You don't want to go pole to pole for the orange, like when you're just halving it for the purposes of juicing. It's still going to need to actually be. Because then I can just, I've already busted a lot of the cell walls and stuff, so it's no big deal there. Them aromatics, man. There you go, a little brown. That's okay. Still not confident enough to do the whole flippy shit. That stuff fucks with me. It still freaks my brain out. So. Anywho, but yeah, so didn't feel good about that. Don't remember why I brought that up. Oh well. Oh man. It smells good in here though, that's for sure. Heat a drizzle boil pan used for veggies over medium-high heat. Heat drizzle about green pepper, remaining onion cooked, stirring occasionally until brown and tender. Yeah, 5 to 7 minutes is bullshit. Now, on high heat, sure, maybe. I turned it down a little bit though because I'm like, I want to cook these a little bit more, a little bit longer. Got a couple of them that haven't really had any cooking going on, so I gotta get them in there. Now, if you want to make like jammy onions, if you want to make super caramelized, like sweet onions, it's gonna take a while. There's a lot of water in them. They have to break down, turn into sugars. It takes a lot of effort to do that. I wouldn't mind having one of those little like combo measuring cup juicer things. That'd be nice, because then like all the seeds and stuff stay up at the top. It has little